We have one day to see as much of London as we possibly can. And so we've put together an itinerary that we're going to share with you of how we got around London so that you have a chance to be able to see as much as you can in one day as well. It's really a one-day walking tour of London, England. Okay. I think it's just sunk in that we're actually at the airport now to go overseas. It's the first time I've been overseas in 3 years and 7 years for Nathan. So it is a big deal for us and we're really excited and we're also nervous, and the amount of anxiety we have felt today is very real. We're very grateful because his aunt and uncle were able to help us get here. So shout out to Aunt Deb and Bill for your help. And now off we go. Dive into the itinerary, we have some great tips to help you get the most out of your one day in London, England. Number 1, stay in the heart of the city. We stayed on the Strand at the Hotel Strand Continental, which we'll do a review on later in this video. But anywhere near the Strand or close to the downtown area will do. Number 2, walking is a great way to get around the city. You can take in many sights, feel like you're part of the bustle of the city, and stop to take the endless photos and videos you will want. Number 3, know that the metro and bus system is actually quite easy to use, and you can just use your visa with tap to get around. Number 4, taxis are expensive, but the black taxi is a fun experience to use at least once. Number 5, there is no end to the good food you can eat. As vegetarians, it was the easiest city so far to find great food for our diet. Now on to our review of the Hotel Strand Continental. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of this location. The pros are, we really had a budget we wanted to stick to, and it's helped us stick to that budget. I think we paid 120 or so Canadian dollars, which is quite cheap when you're staying right in the heart of London. And so if you can imagine, it's really not high end. However, it is really nicely located. There's everything that you will need is right near you, and you can walk to just about anything. Number 3, on a lighter note, is that like the mattresses and stuff are pretty comfortable, I would say. Like I could sleep fairly well. It does seem fairly clean, if not quite dated, but clean. I think that's pretty much the extent of the good things about here. On the con side, it is a bit run down. They call it Hotel Strand, but it's actually much more like a hostel. So you have your room, you have a shared bathroom, shared toilets, that kind of stuff. Our showers are not very comfortable or nice.
My shower was straight up broken.
Yeah, Nathan's shower was straight up broken. The lights kind of just turn out constantly while you're in the shower and all that kind of stuff. Room is very small. They don't come with, you do get a sink in your room. You get a kettle for hot water, some cups with tea and instant coffee. I mean, it's fairly basic, but it's there for you, which is nice. They do not have a space for you to really eat here. They have restaurants and they have like a hangout space. It was more like the bar that you cannot bring food into, so we definitely had to eat in our room, but there's not really anywhere to eat, so we kind of had to eat on our beds, and it was uncomfortable if we wanted to eat here instead of out, because we like to save money. So you might just want to eat at all of the restaurants. We did pick some things up, but we wanted to keep it on the cheaper side and have snacks here and things like that too. Another bad thing is that you have to go up all of the stairs. We are on the 4th floor. I believe that's where they even put their families, probably because it's above all the restaurants and the bars, so that if it's, I mean, the good thing is that it's quieter up here. The bad thing is that it's 4 flights of stairs to get all of our luggage up, and it was not fun and not easy. And honestly, probably one of the most annoying is that there is no Wi-Fi in the rooms. You actually have to go down to the bar, sit in the bar to have any kind of Wi-Fi. Our room had plenty of plugs. Almost all of them were broken except for one. We are staying on the Strand, so I think anywhere you are, you're probably going to have a fair amount of noise level from the streets. I mean, that's kind of expected if you're right downtown, so you're kind of just going to have to get used to it. I think that would be true for just about any place that you go. Just something to keep in mind. I really don't even know if I'd pick it again. The only problem is that most other places were fairly expensive. That's why I'm kind of unsure. I really like to keep things cheap, and this was, you know, clean, and it kind of did its like job for the most part. It was just not great. So I don't know. I don't really even know what I would pick.
All right, let's get into the itinerary. We're going to give you an itinerary based on where we stayed at the Strand, but this can easily be moved around for wherever you stay. Here's an overview of what you'll be seeing. Keep in mind that you will only be able to pick one place to actually stop and go through. I haven't added your meal time here as everyone will have different needs, but you will always be able to find good food along the way. It takes about an hour to walk from Covent Garden to Westminster Abbey without stopping. But with stops, you'll take until after lunch. Then you'll finish the afternoon at Tower Bridge and Tower Hill. So here's what you'll see.